Patriots last night. Cam went 8 of 9 for just over 100 yards and a touchdown, while the rookie Jones went 13 of 19 for just under 150 yards through the air. Neither quarterback turned the ball over in the 35-0 win over the Eagles. So, Shannon, which quarterback will Belichick start opening day?
Skip, I still believe it will be Cam. I'm sure Coach Belichick wished the Eagles had started their starting defense, but it looked like everybody that's going to be a starter, from Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, all those guys, none of those guys started. I'm sure Coach Belichick wished they would have started so he could have got a better gauge, but at least everybody went against the same level of competition, so I don't think anybody gained an advantage. But, Skip, Mac Jones, if you watch the way he can climb the pocket and still have ball security and make the throws, his decision-making, the pinpoint accuracy in which he throws the football, he's very impressive. That's why I always thought he was the most equipped. I'm not saying over the test of time that he's going to be the best, but I thought he was the most ready to start now. Now, I believe that Cam is going to start for the simple fact Coach Belichick believes he has a playoff contending team. And I believe Cam is going to start for that very reason. But Mac Jones is not making it easy on Cam. Cam, Skip, this is good. Look, I understand it's preseason, and I don't know, did they game plan this game, or are they going to do it game 3, Skip? Because everything is off. Normally we have 4 games, Skip. We know the third game is when everybody's going to play everybody. Yep. Maybe it's the second game, but it looks like Tampa's going to play all their guys the fourth game. Yep. I mean, the third game. So all bets are off. But Cam looked sharp last night. This is one of the best games I've seen Cam play. Yep. He was very decisive, ball security, threw the ball with conviction. But Mac Jones was impressive. And I'm not talking about the incompletion, but if you watch the way he climbed the pocket, the way he slides and shuffles while still protecting the football, that's a thing of beauty. He's not making it easy on Cam. Coach Belichick has a very tough decision to make, but I believe in the end, it'll be Cam Newton that starts week.
Okay. And I told you yesterday, gut feeling, just going on my instincts, listening to that little voice in the back of my head, your man, Mac Jones, will be the opening day starter for the New England Patriots. I don't want to bet on it because I'm going on the deepest gut feeling, and it's against all odds right now because Cam played very well.
He looked good, Skip.
He threw it well. He threw it with velocity, and he threw it with accuracy. Right. It's never like the prettiest throw to watch, but it was right on the money all night long. He was 8 of 9 with a drop. And that kid, the safety, second-year safety who plays for Philadelphia, that Kevon Wallace, in their joint practices last week, started calling him check-down king, trash-talking him, check-down king. In 2015, would anybody have called Cam Newton the check-down king? Would any second-year player have dared to trash-talk Cam Newton in 2015 when he was running away with MVP and leading that team in Carolina to the Super Bowl?
Correct.
No, but it has come to this for Cam because he struggled last year, and there was a lot of check-down Charlie in his game.
But, Skip, that's the best thing because what Cam was starting to do was starting to force it and turn the ball over. And the one thing you know you can't do if you're the quarterback for Coach Belichick is turn it over. He'll snatch your you-know-what up out of there.
Totally agree. So Cam was impressive, which put even more heat on the kid to come in, albeit against backups. I give you that. And why Nick Sirianni, the first year young coach of the Eagles, decided to go all back, I don't know.
Maybe Skip, maybe it's the third game because they do have an extra week in between.
No.
Maybe he's going to do it like that. Maybe the third game is now.
I don't know. But that was the deal.
Yes.
So those are the cards got played.
Mac Jones had the deal, had to play with.
Cam is very good. I'm not going to go spectacular because he wasn't like bombs away, but he was picking them to pieces. And all of a sudden, they're backed up against their goal line, and the kid gets thrown into the fire. And it gets all the way to 3rd and 13 at their 6-yard line, and Mac Jones has to drop back into his own end zone if we could see this play, and he had to read, and find somebody before he went down.
Step, throw it.
And he found N'Keal Harry, who has struggled but is starting to show some signs of coming alive. Oh, this is the bomb to N'Keal at the end of the half. And that's a pretty good throw that should have been caught. Am I right? And N'Keal got banged up on this play because he fell hard on his shoulder, but he seemed like he was okay. But again, that's the third deep ball I've seen this kid throw, and he has to kind of muscle it up to get it there. But did it get there?
Yeah.
Was it on target?
Nikhil Harris
Was it
needed to bring that
catchable?
one down,
Yeah,
yes.
you got to catch it.
Yes.
Shannon Sharp puts that in his back pocket.
Yeah,
Am I right?
I definitely would have caught that one.
Okay, you definitely would have caught that one. So the kid winds up 13 of 19 for 146. There's no touchdowns, but no interceptions.
Right.
He threw one ball that was interceptable early when he was backed up against his goal line. And yet, all told, they're running it. They got a stable of running backs. Woof, do they? And listen,
That kid from Oklahoma?
I've been telling you, I tweeted the second they took him in the 4th round. This is an all-time steal. Ramondre Stevenson is big and he's shifty and fast. And he's going to be a star if Belichick lets him be a star, but I don't know if Belichick will.
I don't know. Sonny Michel might be the odd man out.
Okay.
Because Damian Williams and this little kid, 42, I forget his name.
Little JJ.
Yeah, J.J. Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah.
He put a little move on.
He did.
You're talking about breaking both ankles? He broke both of the kids' ankles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they got him and Damian Harris. And so you got 4 options at running back. And if I know Belichick.
James White back as your third down guy.
Third down back. But if I know Belichick, he's just going to keep running them in and running them out.
Yes.
So Ramondre, to me, can be a star in this league, but he would have to get 25 carries a game.
Right.
I don't know that Belichick's going to go that direction.
No.
But the point is, they have a running game. I'm not sure about the offensive line. I don't know if it's going to be, once we get to the real games, if it can open holes the way they were opening on Philly's defense last night. But whoever the quarterback is going to be able to lean on a very good running game.
I think that's going to be the thing, Skip. They're going to lean on the running game regardless. I think that's the route that Coach Belichick wants to go.
All right. So then, as the game wore on, this started to happen. Your man, Mac Jones, who you said was the readiest to play, that was your line before the draft. He is the readiest of these young quarterbacks to start game one. All of a sudden, he starts finding little Gunnar Olszewski, their punt returner, and he starts to look like a little Edelman Amendola, right? And if we could see the 4 throws, the 4 balls that he completed to Gunnar, that's pretty good. That showed me he had a little more mustard on that throw. And then this is the one where he threw it. That had a little velocity on it that I didn't see in his first outing.
What we call an over route. Look at step, protect the ball.
Got away. That was a really good throw. That might have been his best throw of the night, evading the rush. And then another one to little Gunnar, and Gunnar almost scored with it. But my point is, those passes go for 8, 17, 21, and 11 to little Gunnar, who for a while he got cut and was out of football, and now it looks like they got a little connection going.
Right.
So in the end, does Belichick, how comfortable do you think Belichick is with a Cam Newton who's not his guy? Cam was an MVP elsewhere for Carolina. Belichick can't take any credit for Cam Newton, but now he's got his quote-unquote.
Because guess what? Nobody wanted Cam. I took him up off the scrap heap for $1 million, got him back for a second year for about $3-4 million with a bunch of incentives, and I'm going to go to the playoffs with this guy.
Okay, but where would you get more credit? From stealing Mac Jones in the draft with the 15th overall pick and starting him in game 1 and getting him ready for game 4, which is October 3rd on a Sunday night at home against the GOAT.
Skip, if you remember,
Tom Brady returns.
But think about this. Remember, Coach Belichick said he believed Tom was ready to play that second year. He believed he was ready, but he just did, but Drew, that's Drew. And, I thought we had a pretty good team. And so I went with the veteran. I believe those instincts, he will go with that again.
At that point, Bill Belichick was actually fighting for his coaching life because he had flamed out and failed in Cleveland. He had losing seasons 4 out of 5 years in Cleveland, made the playoffs 1 time.
Right.
And he came to New England. They went, 5-11 the first year?
I don't believe he's fighting for his life, Skip, but I believe he's fighting for some credibility.
He was at that point.
No, he is here now.
Oh, no, I meant back.
In 2001, yeah. But I'm talking about now, Skip. Then he was fighting for his job. His job is secure. But I think the thing is because Tom has gone and had success there, I've given Coach Belichick the lion's share of the credit. You've given the lion's share of the credit to Tom Brady.
Yep.
So now Coach Belichick's on the hot seat as far as like, I can do this with someone other than Tom. Because he did have some success, even though they didn't make the playoffs with Matt Castle. They didn't make the playoffs. I think they went 11-5, Skip. And then for some
missed the playoffs.
odd reason, they missed the playoffs that year. So Coach Belichick is going to have to show, I can do this without a guy named Tom Brady. And so with that being said, I believe because Cam is the vet and he's played well. Skip, I'm not saying that Mac Jones hadn't played well, but if Cam had one little slip up, I think that would have been the opportunity, but I don't believe he's had that, and I believe he starts the season. I'm not saying he finishes the season, but I do believe he starts the season.
To me, Mac Jones was made to play for Belichick because he's all business. He's no social media.
Yeah.
Cam, like LeBron, pretty much lives on social. Whatever he speaks his heart. He bears his soul on social media. And I just don't think Belichick loves that.